It is impossible to imagine lifting any Chaoisum product off the shelf and being disappointed by it. And this starter set is absolutely no exception to that rule. Historically, Chaosium have always produced phenomenal books, resources, adventure packs, and of course, their core rulebook for the Call of Cthulhu. New edition out, and with that, the starter set, which in our humble opinion, I think is probably one of the best starter sets for, well, frankly, anything. Now, full disclosure, we got this. I was bought it by one of the guys out at the club as a Christmas present, so it's not sponsored in any way. The ravings and mad frothings are completely my own in this discourse. The starter set, we will not go into detail on the content of the scenarios or anything like that there. We're not going to give away any of the secrets that are inside the box for anyone. But do be advised that because of some of the pictures that we've used, there's going to be clues. There's a few spoilers tucked in there. So if you're planning on buying this for yourself, that's fair enough. Take a close look at those pics. If one of your mates has bought this and he's planning on running it for you, skim the pictures. Don't go into detail, because you might ruin something for yourself, or upset the group, or your GM might just like sacrifice you to the dark elder gods. Straight off the bat, this starter set is beautiful. And I don't care whether you're completely new to role playing, whether you're a dabbler who likes to dip in and out of other games, or whether you're some sort of blockheaded diehard that, you know, is stuck back in an edition from the olden days and will never ever move forward with it. If for no other reason, this is worth picking up for the fact that for the price tag, you've got a fairly hefty play it yourself adventure. You know those old sort of fighting fantasy novels and that you read the paragraph, and at the end of it you've a decision to make. You look at the number and you turn to the page and you carry on with the story. So Alone Against the Flames is one player scenario, but it's carefully done because the idea is that you are the new keeper. You've bought this set. You're wanting to learn what to do with the new mechanics and the tweaks on the mechanics for your friends, or you're new to gaming and you're sort of trying to learn the ropes. So Alone Against the Flames takes you through a story, and as you progress through the story, you're filling in your character sheet, you're rolling the dice, you're learning all the tricks of the trade that you're then going to apply as a keeper once you start running these scenarios for your friends in your group. So it's really nicely done. If you just want to play it and you not care about that aspect of it, that's fine. It's totally enjoyable and very worth playing for the story itself. You've then got 3 fully fleshed out, fully rounded scenarios: Paper Chase, Edge of Darkness, and Dead Man's Stump. And okay, you know, they're not Mountains of Madness pre-written scenarios, but they are totally worthwhile. There's all the information you're going to want, a decent story, all your NPCs, all the tables you're going to need to refer to, all there, and a book of handouts that refer to each of the scenarios as well. So full colour handouts brochure that you can reproduce, or if you're absolutely insane already, cut it up and that's it. Run with that. The new character sheets, they are cleaned, they're tidy, they're very stylish, a lot easier to read in my humble opinion, and a nice bit of space for all the information you're going to want. One of the things that I particularly like is my Fellows Investigator column on the back, where you can mark in relation to yourself, the other players in your group, what their character name is and what the player name is. That's a nice thing, because it was something I always found myself doing on the edge of the character sheet. As we sat around the table, I'd be writing down who was what and where in position to where I was sitting as well. So yeah, splash a bit of cash and you're going to walk away with a nice storage box that has 3 very decent scenarios in it, a nice new set of character sheets, handouts, and a little set of basic but sufficient dice. There, no other reason needed for this at all. So there's the sort of the diehards and the dabblers dealt with. You guys can go and throw money at this, and I think you will not be disappointed with what you come away with. The newbie, what's role playing? What am I supposed to do with this? This is the best example I've seen of literally taking you by the hand and going, right, it's okay, it's all good, come with me. From the opening page where it's like, read me first, and it explains everything that you're going to come across in the box and what you're going to do with it. And boom, the introductory scenario, as I say, the Alone Against the Flames. I have no idea what role playing is. Read the words. The words will tell you everything to do, and as you come to the sections, it tells you it's time to fill in your character sheet with this information. It comes fill in the character sheet with this information. Make these choices, roll these dice. What result did you get? If you got a result of this, go to this number. If you got a result of that, go to that number. Play through that scenario, and I honestly believe at the end of it, you will be, yeah, okay, I got a grasp of what I'm doing here. Then you go ahead and read the other two books, and boom, you're ready to go. And of course, if you're unsure, you can always go back to Against the Flames. Book 2 still does the traditional, but slightly more approachable. What's role playing all about? What are you going to do with this? So you get 2 cracks at the advice section, so to speak. The complete pick this up and play this story. And then okay, you have an idea of what we're talking about now, the phrases we're going to use. Have a read at this, and then let's go. Let's look at it. And again, Chaoisum go into town with example pictures, the dice, pull out expanded pictures of the tables and reference. So all the help that they could possibly give someone is there. So yeah, there's nothing that I can say to you to not buy it. Even if you're maybe not particularly interested in going 7th. Certainly it's going to give you a taster. My go through it is, you know what, 7th is a cleanup. It's a tidy up. It's a refinement. It's not a radical overhaul. You're not going to go home and pull your hair out and tear your books off the shelves and, set them on fire because they're not useful anymore. This is a natural progression, and I think it works very comfortably. I was a little bit, 7th edition, I don't need that. Now I'm more like, well, okay, yeah, 7th edition, you know what, I don't need it, but I'm not scared of it now. I'm not apprehensive, and if I happen to come across it, yeah, you know what, I probably will buy it. I'm very, very pleased to have this. I certainly intend to make as much use out of this box and the scenarios inside as I can, the character sheets and everything else. Yeah, I'm a happy camper, and hopefully when you get a look at it, you will be too. Thanks for listening.